everyone. Good morning, afternoon, evening. Welcome back to another ASMR video. Today, I will be unboxing the Epomaker Galaxy100. I should clarify this is not a sponsored video. But I recently got a new keyboard, so I thought it would make for some good ASMR sounds. Also, the box is really big, so it doesn't fully fit in the frame. So, personally, I really like the packaging. I'm kind of a sucker for space-themed aesthetics. But yeah, I'll talk more about the keyboard as we continue the unboxing. But yeah, talking about the design of the box, I like how they included what I understand to be all of our planets in the solar system. Well, mostly, anyway. Starting off, we have Mercury, which is the closest planet to the Sun. Next up, we have Venus. Which is the hottest planet in our solar system. You would think it's Mercury because it's closest to the Sun. But Venus has greenhouse gases. So, all the heat is trapped in the atmosphere. Next up, we have where we live, the Earth. obviously our moon is over there. After the Earth, we have Mars somewhere here, but I assume it's hidden by the keyboard. Hopefully we can colonize Mars one day. I think it'd be pretty cool to visit. And then after Mars, we have Jupiter, which is the largest gas giant in our solar system. Oh, I should also note that there's the asteroid belt in between Mars and Jupiter. Next up, we have Saturn. At least I'm assuming it's Saturn, because it has noticeable rings. And after Saturn, we have the funnily named planet. But I'll say Uranus. All I know about this planet, at least recently, is that apparently it's not as greenish blue as we thought, and it's closer in color to Neptune, if I remember correctly. So that's a bummer. But it's still pretty cool because it's tilted on its side, which is unlike any of the other planets. And lastly, Neptune. I don't really have much to say other than it also has cool colors. And while I'm at it, I'll give an honorable mention to Pluto. I know Pluto's not, classified as a planet anymore, but in my heart it still is, even though it's a dwarf planet now. Alright. I think it's time to finally unbox the keyboard. Hopefully that wasn't too loud. I guess if it makes it in the edit, it's probably fine. But yeah, here's the actual box itself. Again, not a sponsor. Although it'd be funny if I got a sponsor. Alright, here we go. Here we have it. It's always exciting when you open something new. Alright, let's open it for real. It's actually pretty heavy. It weighs about 2 kilograms or 4.4 pounds for Americans. And we have the manual here. So let's move this out of the way. Let's give it a try. So, the reason why I got this keyboard was because I was looking for a full-sized keyboard. And I picked this up during Amazon's Prime Day sale event. Although technically I think this is a 96% for my keyboard enthusiasts out there. So really, I don't know why they called it a Galaxy 100. But I guess it sounds it sounds better than a Galaxy 96. That's my guess anyway. And this keyboard is QMK/VIA compatible. QMK stands for Quantum Mechanical Keyboard, which basically just means it allows you to program the keyboard yourself, whether it's remapping keys or have certain keys do certain things, such as changing the volume or taking a screenshot. You can also set up macros or make multiple layers of the keyboard, so you can alternate between different layers digitally, like through software. And so yeah, VIA is a software that allows you to do all of that. To be honest, I actually don't know that much about it, but you know, I just did some quick researching on Reddit as I was looking for keyboards. So, I'll probably look into that more later. This keyboard also has options of wired or wireless connection. It has Bluetooth, 2.4 gigahertz, or USB-C wired. And obviously for gaming, you'll probably want it wired to minimize that latency, especially when you're playing competitive shooters and you need fast reaction times. Oh yeah, this keyboard also has an aluminum shell. So that's why it's also pretty heavy, because it's all metal. The switches are pre-lubed and they're hot swappable. I think they're called Wisteria linear switches. But yeah, this keyboard has multiple modifications or variants you could have chosen to buy. I think the other switches are called Marble White, but I think they're both linear. Also, this is the black version of this keyboard. The other color variant is creamy white, but I think my desk is kinda already on the dark mode side, so I just kinda kept it with the theme of my desk. The sound's really satisfying. It's got that thugginess that everyone's looking for in their mechanical keyboards. If you've seen my first video, I feature my Keychron C1 keyboard. So that's probably now gonna be used for when I'm traveling. And this is probably gonna be my at-home keyboard, because it is really heavy. It's like 4 pounds, so it's not that great at, putting into luggage. This keyboard is also RGB backlit. Alright, let's plug it in. Oh, actually, before I plug it in, let's show you the back and the front as well. So here we have the Galaxy 100. So again, aluminum shell, which is why it's so heavy. All right, let's plug it in. I don't think the brightness is that visible. So let me see if I can increase the brightness. I kind of forgot the... Let me check the instruction manual. Here it says FN and up. So hopefully that's visible. I think there's also different modes. So it doesn't have to be RGB. I think you can just pick one or two colors if you want to be more discreet with your keyboard. Alright, so let's try this keyboard for real now. We'll call on monkey type and see how the typing experience is. Transition wipe. Alright, here we are on monkey type. So this is where we'll test the keyboard and my typing skills. I will say, on average, I think I type around 120 words per minute. So, we'll see if we can, beat that. I think my all-time high was like 160 words per minute, but, I think I already peaked. So I'm probably gonna, type at this speed for pretty much the rest of my life. Actually, funny story. I remember back in my computer class where, all the students had to learn how to type. And we would follow the formal method of typing. So, you'd have your index fingers on the F and J keys. But yeah, I grew up, typing, and I never really followed that. So I actually ended up typing slower, doing the formal method. But that was probably just because I didn't, I wasn't used to it. So, let's see how we do today. 125 words per minute. That's not too bad. So yeah, that was pretty good. I think I'm still getting used to, the keyboard feel, but it's actually really comfortable, and obviously it's really satisfying to hear all the clicking and clacking. What was I gonna say? Let me think. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, as you're typing, you kind of get into this flow state where you kind of can read ahead of the words. So, but yeah, I lost it for a few of those moments there. Let's try it again. Alright, 120. That's also not bad. Let's do it one more time. Alright, 124, 98%, so that's pretty good. So yeah, let's go back. So that's the Epomaker Galaxy100 gaming keyboard. I hope you enjoyed watching and listening.